Hello, everybody. Today's a good day, ain't it? Dak Prescott got re-signed, and we got a quarterback for the future. Today, I want to talk about why I changed my order of position need. Um, Also, I want to talk about who I like. My top two safeties, cornerbacks, defensive tackles, and linebackers, because we know that's what we need. Also, I'm going to talk about Donovan Wilson and why he can or cannot be upgraded, which, in my opinion, I think you'll see. First, I want to start off by saying I appreciate it. Uh, so my top five order of need for position need for the Cowboys used to be defensive tackle one, cornerback two, offensive tackle three, safety four, linebacker five. But now we lost Joe Thomas. I'm gonna have to move up my linebacker because ain't no telling if we're gonna have Jalen Smith or Leighton Vander Esch around in the next couple of years. So I moved up my order. Um, Defensive tackle still one, then it's linebacker, then it's corner, then safety, then offensive tackle because we just signed a guard. He older, but or we signed a swing tackle. My apologies. Um, so I think we got depth at the offensive line position, even though makes me nervous that Tyron Smith ain't been healthy since like 2017 or something. And the hip for Leo Collins ain't no joke. Um, so far, I really like, or I really think that we need defensive tackle because 300 yards being put up on us every game is isn't gonna get us to no Super Bowl. It's not even gonna get us to the conference championship. But the defensive tackles that I like is Barmore. That's my number one from Alabama. Uh, he has pass rush ability and he has run stopping ability. So that makes it easier for us just to pick him up, but that's not until like mid 17, 18, 19, around there in the first round. So you trade back if that's what you really want, but the Cowboys don't take one techs that high. They haven't taken a one tech that high in I don't know how long. Number two though is Marvin Wilson from Florida State. Marvin Wilson got really violent hands. Real violent hands get you a lot of places. Um, but those are my two defensive tackles. Y'all can check them out. Um, but in the free agency though, if Sue doesn't sign, we should definitely think about getting Sue. Why wouldn't we get Sue? We seen what he did for a Super Bowl winning team last year. He won a Super Bowl. Um, but that's what I really like as far as a free agent. So I switched. I went D tackle, cornerback, and linebacker right after. So corners that's in the free agency, they're getting scooped up real quick. Real quickly. A lot of people is tying Richard Sherman to us. A lot of people say he's lost a step. A lot of people say they want him to switch to safety. The main reason why I would like him to come in, I'm not rooting for him to come in, but if the price was right, one, two, it's just a knowledge thing, an experience thing. Um, he's smart, probably one of the smartest corners to ever play the game. Um, but his background with him talking about Jerry Jones and stuff probably won't land him over here. So people probably should get their mind off of that. But it's just his knowledge and his experience is what really makes me want him to be in the cornerback room, in the DB room with them. He can help safeties. He can help the corners, young corners like uh Diggs, you know. He could probably help Brown, help him in the slot. I mean, it's just you got to think about what he can bring to the table more than just his play. But I'm pretty sure he could be straight in zone still. That's what they're gonna be running. A lot of zone. Um, but as far as other corners, William Jackson III from Houston, out of Houston. He's in the free agency right now. The Bengals just let him go, and the Bengals just signed Cheeto. Why not trade corners? I mean, he's 6'2". He should be he's like 6'2", 2 something. and he did run a 4.40. I mean, the man could still play. I say that much. I really liked him when he was coming out of Houston. Those are two notable targets. I mean, he's a vet now. He has experience, so I would like that acquisition. Or Desmond King could play the slot. Could play the slot really well. And they're all cheap deals, except for Richard Sherman probably wouldn't be a cheap deal. And I honestly don't think Pat Pete is gonna leave the Cardinals. So, but he said that it ain't official until it's on his podcast show. Y'all go check that out. Um, but in the draft though, two corners I like that they're tying Sertan to Cowboys at 10. But and I wouldn't hate it at all if we took Sertan. That would be a real good fit on the other side of Diggs. That's two Alabama corners right there. And then all you got to do is fill in the slot. But I mean, you got two people. That's like two people going out and trying to do something that they've barely been doing for a couple of years and do it on their own without teachers and experience and only learning off of experience. Sometimes you need teachers as well, but it won't be bad to see Sertan and Diggs out there together. But I really like JC Horn though. You know, JC Horn, he's fast, he's aggressive, he talks shit. Um, he played everything. He played a lot of press. Played a lot of man. He played a lot of zone, and that's what I like. Sertan, he's played a lot of zone. He played a lot of press man, but at the same time, that man get beat sometimes. Horn don't get beat like that. He just too damn handsy, too grabby, way too grabby. So, and if you way too grabby in the league, which he can fix it because he obviously doesn't need to do it. He just does it because he's aggressive. And I be thinking that in his head, while he's running stride for stride, he's talking shit. Fucking bitch, you ain't gonna catch this. And you know what I'm saying? He goes up and starts smacking arms and smacking hands and trying to do what he can. So, I mean, he doesn't have to be grabby like that. And I honestly think it's a fixable issue. So if he doesn't have those grabby issues, he's number one, like without a doubt to anybody. Um, so Sertan and Horn, I both consider them at 10. People aren't as high on Horn as a lot of other people are. So if you wanted to, you could trade back. You could definitely trade back, but depending on who's there at 10, if you don't really have nobody that anybody's interested at 10, then there's no reason for you to be able, or there's no logical way that you could trade back. Um, Linebacker's number 3. So linebacker, free agency wise, I'm not too sure who's out there that could really help us besides Campbell, Devontae Campbell from Atlanta. He was with Dan Quinn. I feel like I feel like he could come in and do like a Joe Thomas role. Um, Definitely is serviceable. And he's already been in the system and he knows the system. Um, but other than that, after Joe Thomas is gone, better look in the draft. Better look hard and get somebody. You could get you a safety and convert him into a linebacker. 6'1", 6'2" safety, running a 4.4, 4.5 40. Uh, you got better pass coverage out of him than you can a regular linebacker. But the notable names that I really like, the two top names that I like at linebacker coming out of the draft this year is JOK and Nick Bolton. Don't let me mess up his name, but Joseph Owusu-Koramoah. There we go. I said, hey, I got it on the first one. But JOK, aka Joker, aka that man is a beast. He could do it all. Put that man at Mike linebacker. Let him play like White plays over there in Tampa Bay. That's what you need. You need a Mike linebacker that play like White, and you need another man on the other side while you running nickel. And that man need to be just as fast, running sideline to sideline just as fast. We don't Van Der Esch, don't pick up his 5th year option. You gotta let that young man go, or let him come back on a cheaper deal. But you don't pick up his 5th year option. You let that man go. Um, he you don't want another Sean Lee, continue with Sean Lee. Um, a man that's smart and can read it and knows what's going on. Um, but I won't give up on him. I won't give up on Jalen Smith neither. People ain't gonna like that. People shoot. A couple of my friends probably won't believe that I'm saying that. But get some defensive tackles. If you get some defensive tackles, you need one techs. One techs. We got 3 techs. We got Tristan Hill at 3 tech to take on one guard, and we got Neville Gallimore, rookie from last year, to take on one guard, switch in and out. Crawford is not going to be serviceable anymore, any longer. Good guy, great guy, good locker room guy, but you got to go. We can't. You're just not it no more. I mean, you never really was. No disrespect, but you wasn't. You're not a one tech. They keep switching you in and out to defensive end and on the inside, but we need somebody like Sue. We need somebody like Marvin Wilson, Akeem McNeil, uh, Barmore. You need somebody like that. Somebody big that could take on those two guards that guard in that center. If we can get somebody to shore up that guard in that center and be an anchor right there in the middle, we can see what Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch can do again. Maybe they can have a repeat of the 2017 season, 2016 season. I think 2017. A repeat of the 2017 season, 2018, whichever one it was. Can't remember. Um, but the Pro Bowl year, they both made Pro Bowl, and Van Der Esch, LVE was rookie, like defensive rookie year, and made the Pro Bowl rookie season and stuff. Let us get some defensive tackles and see what that'll do to our linebackers. Because if we show up that middle, we got the linebackers that can be free now. They ain't got no offensive linemen to come and put their hands on them. We need the linebackers clean, running left and right, sideline to sideline, taking them running backs out. Because if the running backs can't run in the middle, they're gonna try to go outside. You can stop that. But if they do get defensive tackles and finally invest in real one techs, and they do play well, you can pick up that 5th year option, restructure Jalen Smith's contract. But if you don't, I still say you need to get linebackers anyways. JOK, Nick Bolton, I'm rooting for them. JOK, they saying that he's not as good, or they're not rating him as high as certain people, but I got him high. I got him high. That man, he's gonna change somebody's defense, and that's real. Nick Bolton, Nick Bolton's a smaller linebacker. The young man can play smart. That's a real Mike linebacker. You want to talk about Mike linebackers? That's a Mike linebacker for your ass. Nick Bolton got all the tools in the tool shed. He can read, read and react like Sean Lee do. He knows what's going on. He knows the plays. He goes and studies what he needs to study. He sees what you're gonna do. He knows what you're gonna do before you do it. So those are my top 2 linebackers coming out in a draft. Now safety, people don't like my safeties. Well, they like one of them. The other one, some people ain't as high on. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. Darius Washington for TCU is the number 1 safety in this draft. Free safety. I'm talking about the man on the top that's going to go sideline to sideline. They can get there. Richie Grant can do it too, man. Richie Grant is a beast. Please do not. Oh, if we get Richie Grant, if we get Richie Grant, I'm getting a Richie Grant jersey. If we get a Darius Washington, I'm getting a Darius Washington jersey off top. Even if they don't got him in the store, I'm gonna make them like I did Dak and Zeke. Uh, Darius Washington, 5'8", on a good day. He's shorter than me. I'm 5'9" and a half. He gives me confidence. I feel like I could have gone out there and really did it like how he doing. But he's smart. He's fast. He's aggressive. He reads and reacts very well. He breaks on the ball really well. They don't want to throw to his side. They throw to Morig's side. They threw to his side. That's why he looked good like that. He like a number 4 safety to me. Number 3, number 4. Morig, Darius Washington's counterpart. Richie Grant, watching his film, man, that young man, he's really a tie for me. And I wouldn't care which one we could get. If as long as you took one of them two, your free safety spot is gonna be sold up for the next 5 years. Especially gonna pick up that 5th-year option on them. They both have the same traits in similar ways. But Richie Grant, the way that man tackles, it's his tackling ability, tackling few. That man right there, the way that he wraps up and he breaks down, his stop and start speed is amazing. The way that he starts his speed and then he stops, breaks down, then wraps your ass up, and you gonna hit your damn head. He can tackle. He could tackle really well. He could play free. He could play strong. Darius Washington, he could play free. He could play slot. Even if you took both of them, you got you a slot corner. You could put a Darius Washington at slot. You know, shout out to Elijah Molden. I would love to have him in the slot. He one of my top 5 corners. Um, either one of those young men, I would love to have. Uh, Donovan Wilson. I just want to say is a good, strong safety. Is he great? No, because you gotta really play some seasons to be great, right? Um, on Pro Football Reference, this year he played 14 games. He started 10. He had 2 picks. He got 5 yards off of them. He got 3 pass deflections, 3 forced fumbles, fumble recovery for 2 yards. Uh, 71 combo tackles, 48 solo tackles, 23 assists, 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. Um, those stats are pretty damn good. Pretty good for a second year safety that didn't get no burn last season. People don't like him at free safety. Can he play free? He could play free safety. Do you want him at free safety? No. You want a Darius Washington or Richie Grant at free safety. Does he have the tools in the tool shed to do what it does? Yes, sir. He could play safety / linebacker, a role that Dan Quinn has in his arsenal. Um, a Cam Chancellor role. If y'all remember Cam Chancellor, arguably one of my top 5 safeties of all time. Bam Bam, Legion of Boom. Um, and another note, Demonte Kazee, yeah, he got ran over. He got trucked by Zeke, but so did Cam Chancellor, Ezekiel Elliott's rookie season in a preseason game. Same preseason game, I believe the homie Nine God Tony Romo went down in. RIP to his career. Anyways, those are his stats. And people are honestly, a lot of people are like, that's my guy, that's my guy. Dono Wilson's, that's my guy. But can he be replaced? Yes. Can you upgrade for him? Yes, you can. Do you want to? Can you play? Can you do the 3 safety role rotation? Just like we used to do with Barry Church, Jeff Heath, and JJ Wilcox. We can run that if we want to, because we will have the safeties. Bring in a Darius Washington or Richie Grant or both. You can run a rotation. You got. Why would you want to limit yourself on talent in your locker room? That doesn't make any sense at all. At all. Bring in some competition. Let these guys play it out, and whoever's the best is the best. That's who gets PT. That's who gets PT. Um, but Donovan Wilson is good. He's very good. He's what they call a thumper. Shoot, he should get a T-shirt made or something like that called a thumper. Put him with his helmet on and his number and everything. I like Donovan Wilson though. He's gonna be real serviceable for the next couple years, and he might get a nice contract. But that's it. That's all I got for today, and I appreciate you. And thank you, and y'all have a blessed day.